to pretend that they did it all themselves, that all of the patience that you had with them, all of the abuse that you took from them, that somehow magically you were never there and you never did a thing for them. There's lots of people who did things for me, they just never came forward about them. That's fine, they can choose not to come forward. But that does not require me to keep my mouth shut about it. You want to make it about your personal stuff and your personal business. And then you don't want me to say nothing about it. Y'all know that I go public, every one of you. This Robert Barrowcliff feller, he started going out with a underage girl named Nicole Knudsen. Yeah. I knew her from Chapel High School. Her mom and my mom were in the same, well, they called it Bible study, but it wasn't. Some of the conversations with the Richmond family are recorded. Show that, yeah, I'm not the only one who's aware of it. Now, Nicole Knudsen, she's one of those people that when she was underage and Chance had it in his head that I had to go have sex with her, she totally fucking saved my bacon. Saved me from a whole bunch of ridicule from Chance, because before I got a chance to speak up, she'd already said, yeah, go Nicole. I think she's a badass. I don't have to agree with her choices in anything in life to be glad for that one moment where she fucking saved my bacon. Now, Robert Barrowcliff, when she was underage, and he's, what did Dallas say, like 11 years older? This is what Dallas Richmond used. He used Robert Barrowcliff as the excuse why his father, Mark Richmond, should get away with child molesting. Like, you know, Nicole can say whatever she wants, but she was underage and that guy's like 11 years older than her. Fucking it ain't any different. He's still a chimo. It's just legal. Dude, it's not the same. Legally, exactly. Legally, Robert Barrowcliff is allowed to have sex with a woman who's more than 10 years younger than him, because according to Nebraska law, well, she's got to be 14 for it to not be legal to consent. How fucked up is that? 15 is the legal age of consent. As long as there's not more than a 7-year difference, which there is more than a 7-year difference, and as long as the parents consent. Well, I don't know the whole situation surrounding that. I do know that as far as society is concerned, they wouldn't have seen it any different. Oh wait, that depends, doesn't it? Some people think you should be allowed to have sex with little kids. It's even scarier when they have kids. Nicole Knudsen is somebody that I went to about, well, a lot of the situations that happened. It involved her family, and it involved a lot of things to do with her family. A lot of things that they were involved in, and a lot of things that she knew about that I needed them words about. I did get a few of them words, didn't I? They're on my YouTube channel, and there's a lot more too. Now, Nicole, she's aware of where there's an illegal AR-15. She knows the house it's at. She knows its location. She knows who made it. She knows, I even told her what modifications are on it. Started off as an 80% kit. And I tried to explain to her, especially after her telling me about the meth addiction running rampant in that family and specifically who it is that's doing it. It's probably a good idea to make sure that he doesn't have access to go fucking killing people. Now, whether or not what Robert Barrowcliff did with her when she was underage is legal or not, that's not the important part to me, is it? But that's something that we're bringing up now, isn't it? You want to pass judgment on me, I'll pass judgment back, no problem. But then you don't like it, do you? See, that's the problem with passing judgment. I can do it right back and you won't fucking like it. And because I said you won't fucking like it, what do you want to do? You'll probably pretend like I'm trying to harm your family, like I'm threatening to kill them or some crazy shit like that. Pretty popular thing to do for girls. Isn't it? Oh, you're attacking me. I told you that something that you did is hurting me, and now I'm attacking you for being honest? We all know how to play word games. Be true to your word. When you want to go blaming the victim and saying it's their fault that they chose it, you're wrong. I don't choose for people to look the other way. I don't choose for people to ignore red flags. I don't choose none of that. I choose my decisions. And my decisions are based on what? My loved ones. Their safety and their protection. No matter what decision I make, it's wrong because I'm a guy. I gotta do it all myself, and anything that happens, I chose it. Well, here's one thing I did not choose. I did not choose for perverts to have sex with underage girls. I didn't choose for those girls to date and marry some of them fellers either. Those aren't my decisions. Those aren't my choices. And some of y'all say that ain't my business. And some of y'all say, well, if you don't say something, then you're a sick pervert. You're a disgusting freak, and so on and so forth. Man, we live in a fucked up world, don't we? Anyway, I'll make another one about Robert Barrowcliff. I'm also going to have to make one about Brittany and also about Mark Richmond. Mark Richmond, I've made a few of them about already. You know how I feel about pedophiles. I don't like them. I don't like them a little bit. I don't like them at all. Now, between going after pedophiles to try to harm them, physically or otherwise, or turning them in, which one do I choose? Turning them in. Is Robert Barrowcliff a pedophile? Well, that depends on whether you're talking about the legal definition, and of course, since he lives in Illinois, we'd have to look at the laws there, even though the situation while Nicole was underage was while she was in Nebraska. So it becomes a very complicated jurisdictional issue. And of course, there's also the laws to be considered, because even though it may be morally reprehensible to most of y'all, for a man who is more than 10 years her senior to be having sex with her when she's under the age of 18, the thing is, what are you going to do about it? What are you even able to do about it? And does he have to register as a sex offender? No, he doesn't. Now, some of y'all say, well, consent. What's the legal age of consent? Most of y'all have this idea in your head that it's 18. It's not. It varies from state to state. There are states on the East Coast where the legal age of consent is 13. How gross is that? Now, when it comes to the Richmond family, the smartest one out of all of them, this is just by my personal opinion, is Nicole. She's the one that's the most grounded and has it the most together. When it comes to being mature, she's more mature than her siblings by a lot. She also hates Mark Richman. And of course, I've posted that up on my YouTube. I posted it up on my Facebook too. See, I'm interested in showing the truth. If you want to be a part of the negative truth, you can be. I can tell negative shit about you. I don't have any problems passing judgment back at you. So when you pass judgment at me, keep in mind that turnabout is fair play. A lot of people want to blame me and say, oh, well, it's your fault because you, what? Because I spoke out. That's right. I shouldn't have spoken out. I should have just taken the abuse. I deserve the abuse because I'm a male, huh? I must have asked for it because I'm a male, huh? It's nobody's fault but my own, huh? No. It's all of your fault. All of yours, because while I followed the proper procedures and protocols, none of you cared. Many of you want to have opinions, but haven't taken a look at what's going on. Well, you're entitled to your opinion. You are definitely entitled to have your opinion, even if it's wrong. Now, my own personal take on Robert Barrowcliff. Do I think he's a child molester or a pedophile? Legally or morally? Legally, well, that's a gray area now, isn't it? Pedophilia is now a gray area where people are protected. No, there's no statute of limitations on it. So if someone really wanted to push it, yeah, he could definitely be put in prison for it even today and have to register. But it wasn't violent. Not if it's consensual. Not if she's got kids with him and is still with him all these years later now that she's a full-grown adult. So why is his stuff getting hashed out here? Well, because he decided to judge me. Go ahead and judge. I've taken plenty of judgment in my day already. I've taken plenty of abuse. I've been physically assaulted. I've been sexually assaulted. I've been emotionally assaulted. I've been financially assaulted. I've had my name slandered all over the world. So no, I'm definitely not afraid of Robert Barrowcliff being a bully to me, passing judgment. I can bully back. I can pass judgment back. You want to have an opinion on something, maybe you should make it an enlightened opinion instead of an ignorant opinion. Hey, just saying. Telling the truth is not the same as attacking you. Telling the truth about you is not the same as attacking you either. Nor is it attacking your person. And it's not attacking your name. See, here's the thing. If it's true, it's true. Dallas Richmond, when I let him know I didn't like his dad, because his dad was a pedophile, he wanted to make excuses for his dad. He wanted to claim that his sister had wanted it. He wanted to claim his sister wanted it. She wanted that to happen. He also said, well, you know, Nicole doesn't have a right to say anything. She got married to a pedophile. Fuck, dude. I don't think they're married. But whether they're married or not is not my business. I'm sure if they are married, they're open about it. I just haven't paid enough attention. or asked. But then again, I can't ask, can I? Socially, if I ask, it must mean that I want something more from her, and so on and so forth. No, she's just a badass because she rescued me from Chance being a douche. Also prevented me from having the issue of trying to tell somebody that I'm sorry, I'm not attracted to anybody. Please don't take it personally and get all insecure and hateful, which you do have to worry about. Nicole Knudsen is a grown adult. She has a family. She has a roof over her head. Oh, comes to Dallas Richmond's excuses. I wonder if Zach makes them too. Nicole Knudsen says she hates Mark Richmond. Brittany is less hateful about it than that. And Rhonda Knudsen is less hateful as well. I've got recordings with Rhonda. She's currently out of commission. Nicole, she openly stated that I wasn't the only one that let her know that Harley was beating on her brother. She's the one that let me know about the severity of his meth use. Small towns where everybody's related to everybody. I went to church with Nicole Knudsen and her family. We went to the same church, the Chapel Assembly of God. It was required. Required. Let's make sure this thing keeps going. Anyway, I have no personal hatred towards Robert Barrowcliff. Fuck, it's cold here. Same time you pass judgment on me, I'll pass judgment on you. It's fair. It is fair. Now, between threatening to go physically harm people and speaking up, I choose to speak up. The 2 times where I actually threatened people, I admitted to, because that's the right thing to do. I shouldn't have had to threaten anyone back. When it comes to speaking up, that's not a threat. I'm going to do so, whether you want me to or not, whether we're friends or not, whether you agree with me or not. No matter what your opinion is, I'm still going to exercise my First Amendment right. And that's just the way it is. We can all pass judgment. How many women have assaulted a man in front of you? And when he pushes her away or restrains her so that she doesn't do any damage, well, then she wants to scream about how you just let him beat on a girl and so on and so forth. How many times y'all seen that happen? We're expected to just forgive and forget every time a woman does something wrong. And we're supposed to tell a man who's victimized that he chose it. A disabled man who has to go to friends or family because of the safety risks of being railroaded. And you're going to pretend like he chose to be victimized. He chose to be different. I didn't choose to have Tourette syndrome. I didn't choose autism. I certainly didn't choose PTSD. I didn't choose to be molested. I didn't choose to be raped. I didn't choose to be beaten on, but those things still happened. If you want to pass judgment on me, Well, you're going to do it anyway. I'm not able to stop you. On the bright side, on my YouTube channel, I get to be an autocratic dictator. If I'm not worth being heard, neither are you. You want to be a negative Nancy? I'll just hide user from this channel. I can look away too. If Nicole Knudsen got a hold of me today and said, "Hey, Sean, Robert Barrowcliff is beating on me or forcing himself upon me. I need help." I'm thousands of miles away. She lives in Illinois. The only thing that I could really do is speak up on my YouTube channel, but I would. That's the only thing I can do immediately from here, right? But at least it's immediate. If she needed me to make some calls with her, I absolutely would. I wouldn't leave her hanging for 6 years. She's aware of many of the situations that her brothers. She's aware of the drug addictions and the habits and many of the people involved in my stories, including Jamie Curtis, Dallas Richmond, Zach Richmond. What would I do if Brittany came to me for help today? I'd offer her whatever help I could. What would I do if Dallas Richmond got a hold of me today and said, "Sean, I need help"? Would I help him? You goddamn right I would. Just because I'm angry with someone doesn't mean I don't still love them. Just because I don't agree with their decisions doesn't mean I don't still love them. And just because they don't care about my safety or what I'm going through or how much abuse I take doesn't mean that I want them going through it. If I'm going to give somebody a taste of hell, I'll give them a small taste. And it won't be the mean stuff. Do you know why? Because that's just fucking cruelty. Whether or not people want to judge Robert Barrowcliff as a child molester or a rapist or just a genuinely good guy doesn't make any difference to me. What makes a difference to me is that there are predators like Tim Beeson and Ted Bollinger, Kenneth Zarecki, actual child molesters, children, as in not legal age at all, no gray area there whatsoever. How about Andrew Witcher? Yeah, there's no gray area there either. It's fucking disgusting. You want to blame the victims? Oh shit, there's a First Amendment for a reason. If you won't hear me and the cops won't hear me, I'll just go public with it. And whether or not the public hears it or not, well, I don't get to decide that. I only get to decide whether or not I'm too much of a coward to speak up.